This podcast was recorded on the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation.
Guys, hello. Welcome back to
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Matter About You. Wherever you are in the world, we appreciate having your ears every week. It means a lot to us. And we got a little bit of a fun one today because it is...
The other ones are crap.
No, it's just a fun one. Like, it's not a serious Sally one.
True.
We're doing a Valentine's Day themed episode today because, of course, it is Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Love is in the air.
Okay. Yeah, none of this is planned. That's all just beautiful off the top of the dome. But yeah, we've actually come to you guys to write this episode again because it seems like you guys are really enjoying the episodes where, you know, our listeners are spilling tea on their own lives. And I think you guys are enjoying sort of getting an insight into their lives and the horror stories that go on. So instead of doing like a little romantic one where, you know, you give us your best dates you've ever been on and the most beautiful things your partners have ever done for you, we've asked for your horror stories because they do make for a little bit more fun in our episodes. At the end of the episode as well, we do have an Ask Mum Dad, which we always end on with. We're dealing with a couple who are struggling to navigate their financial obligations as their relationship evolves. Now, before we get stuck into the horror stories, I thought it was worth having a little chit chat about Valentine's Day in general because I dare say I think it's a bit of a sham.
That's really depressing. I hate people who say that. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. Why? Because you're not bothered to go to the shop and get some flowers. Go to Woolies.
No, that's not the reason at all. I just think...
Get something.
I think it's a bit of a cop-out because I think it ends up being a day for the ladies and not so much
What's
the
wrong with
blokes.
that?
Well, no, it's not really like Valentine's Day. It's meant to be like a day of love and celebrating, you know, relationships and stuff.
Of
but
loving
I think,
your missus.
I think it ends up, being exactly that. So I think it's not really a day celebrating love.
But
it
if you
ends
don't
up...
care about it, then what's wrong with spoiling your missus because she does?
No, I don't care about it because it's not this nice communal day which it's sold as. It's just kind of like get your missus lots of stuff and plan a nice date and then...
That's all right.
No, I know it's all right for you and that's why you're a big fan of the date. But I reckon...
I think people do things for their partners. What do you mean? Like their men?
All right, well, give me an example. What have you done for me on Valentine's
I've
Day?
done
I'd
plenty
love
of
to hear
things. I'm not going to go back through the archives and tell you. Come
Convenient.
on. I'm sure I've given you tickle coupons.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about.
Pulled out my best red laces.
So
That's a
that's
gift.
such a cop-out. That's
me
not
wrapped.
a gift.
I'm a present.
You're my partner.
You're
Wait, so
welcome.
you get to put on an outfit and that's a gift for me?
Are you telling me that you wouldn't receive that well as a gift?
No, I'm saying that's a
Okay,
cop-out.
I'm going to ask you a question right now. Would you rather I bought you a pair of new Adidas shorts or put the red laces on? Answer honestly.
I'll have the laces, but
Yeah,
that's just because
thank
I don't
you.
need the
Thank
shorts.
you. Case closed.
If I needed
let
the-
it be known to the jury that what he just said, whatever else they say in court, that's a gift.
I think if you surveyed like 100 dudes, I reckon 80 to 90% would say they do stuff for their missus, but it doesn't get reciprocated. That would just be my take.
I reckon that is bold of you to assume that 80 to 90% are doing things for the misso.
What do you mean?
I think there'd be a lot of guys out there who forget Valentine's Day even exists or go, yeah, what Valentine's Day sucks. It's just for consumerism and it's which is kind of essentially what you're saying right now. But you still do a thing. Though.
I don't think it's actually possible for dudes to forget because they get reminded by their missus every day for like 2 weeks leading up.
It's not like a week long or month long. What is wrong with someone having one day of the year that they get excited for something cutesy to happen or for their partner to pick them a flower off the side of the road and maybe buy them a croissant?
But are you agreeing then that it's not really for blokes?
Well, it's targeted towards women, but I think that blokes can still benefit.
What did we do last year? Do you remember?
No, do you?
Yeah, I do.
All right, here we go.
So what's the point of me doing nice things for you if you don't even remember what they are?
I would remember if I thought about it.
Okay, go. I'll give you a minute. We can edit out the think time.
What were we? I remember. We were in Canada and we went to dinner.
We did.
See?
We did.
Ding dong.
What did you do for me? Because I flew you to Canada and took you on this trip and took you out to dinner. So what did you do for me on Valentine's Day? Because I'd say there was
I
no
was
laces.
pregnant, so there was no laces, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm being honest, I can't remember.
That's okay. Well,
Did I buy you a Wonder Bar?
No, you didn't buy me a chocolate bar. You bought those for yourself. But I guess we could skip last year. What have you got planned tomorrow for me? Anything?
I tried, and you shut me down, didn't you?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, so because I said no to one
I was
thing,
going to get
that
you all
means...
these things and then you shut me down and I thought, you know what, he's going to get pissed off if I buy him things again, so I'm not coming home with anything.
Okay, just for context, Jadé messaged me yesterday and goes, what size are the shorts that I just got you?
Yeah.
And I said, what for? And she
That's
goes, I want to get you these new shorts. And
No,
I said,
I didn't say that. I never admitted what I was getting. I
Okay.
just said what size of the shorts. And you said, I don't need shorts. You just got me 2 pairs of shorts, so I don't need shorts. And I went, okay, I'm not going to argue with him on this. So I walked away from the nice shorts whatever it was that I was going to buy you.
Yeah, but that's fair, isn't it? To say I don't need more of the thing you just got me because those 2 pairs are going to be fine for a while, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so does that mean that gets you off the hook for doing anything tomorrow? You tried. I said, maybe not that. And then you just went, oh, okay, sack it off.
Well, you pissed me off. I got annoyed, so I walked away. And
Wait,
I went, you know what? I'm not going to spend my time searching for a present now that he's probably going to get annoyed at that I got him.
Cool. Should I cancel what we're doing then?
No, because I would not get annoyed. I'd go, that's really lovely. Thanks, honey.
No, but I'm just saying you piss me off every day. It doesn't mean I cancel the nice things I do for you.
I'm still working on your present for tomorrow.
Yeah, that just proves my point that Valentine's Day is essentially just for the ladies.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Full circle moment.
Well, it proves my point, but then I think some of the stories that we're about to tuck into are actually on Jadé's side because some of these blokes have done horrendous things on Valentine's Day. And, I don't condone it, but they're probably the 10-20% that we were speaking about before that do forget and do stuff it up. But let's get tucked into some of these crazy stories from you guys.
Are they tucking us in, the stories?
That's a figure of speech. So let's get tucked in.
Isn't it stuck in?
It might be, yeah. Let's get stuck in.
I'm just imagining these nice storybooks coming and tucking us in.
It's Valentine's Day, so let's tuck them in. All right, let's go.
Some guy I was seeing got me flowers, but the card had someone else's name on it. Turned out he got 2 bunches mixed up, so the other girl got mine. Needless to say, things didn't work out. I wonder if the florist did that on purpose.
What do you mean?
Like the florist, whoever he organised it with, got the both, obviously.
Why would you do that? It could be sending it to your mum and your sister.
Yeah, but
Like,
I
it's not
reckon
the
just
florist.
by default you mix them up.
What? So you think the florist sits there with their moral compass and goes,
Yeah, I would.
this might be shady, so I'm going to stuff this person's whole life up.
Yeah.
I think it's good
Maybe
that...
the messages were the same, like, love you, can't wait to see you on blah, blah, wink. And it was obvious that they were both for, like, 2 different missuses.
Yeah, it's diabolical. I would not be condoning this, but I find it so funny that people, like, do this in general. Like, why? Like, I don't get what you get out of it. Like, Valentine's Day is like this kind of special thing that you should probably shy away from if you're not sort of dating the person or in a relationship with them, right? Like, as in, I wouldn't suggest going on first dates and stuff on Valentine's Day because it's a bit, I don't know, suggestive, would you say? Or like romantic?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so getting people flowers is, you're probably dating, seeing them. It's probably not like I've met you on Tinder, what's your address?
Well, he might be seeing both of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a good thing that he got caught out then because stuff him.
Absolutely.
That's heinous.
That's crazy scenes.
Yeah, well, how crazy is that though? He's getting 2 chicks something and you don't even get me one thing.
That is factually incorrect.
Evens out in the wash.
I'm going to go back and find out what I did for you every year because I've done things. Just don't remember.
I can't wait to hear them on next week's pod. I think that one's pretty plain and simple. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And I think just keep your Valentine's Day gifts to one person. Don't you ask someone to be your Valentine? Isn't that the special thing? Because 4 days ago, you actually came to me and you said, Bob, I'm a bit sad. And I said, oh, shit, what's going on? What have I done? Or, something happened, And she goes, you haven't asked me to be your Valentine's yet. And I went, what? I said, 1, we're married. I think that's just inevitable. And I said, also, don't you do that on the day? Like, you do something nice and you go, will you be my Valentine as this lame gesture? But you wanted me to do it 4 days early. Like, was that to lock you in?
Yes.
In case someone else, tickled my fancy or something?
You never know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a mum now. You might trade me in for a younger, hotter version.
Can't get hotter than that, mate.
Thanks, honey. That's nice. That's my Valentine's Day gift.
All right, check out this one. I was in touch with this guy for ages. He was planning on taking me on a surprise Valentine's date. I just finished work, and yes, he knew that I had a corporate job, so was all suited up in bright orange to be specific. and in heels. He picked me up from work and drove me to his secret location, which turned out to be a golf driving range. He made me play golf in heels in an orange suit. That was all in caps, by the way. Note, there were only other guys playing in activewear. I literally wanted to cry and never talk to him after. Mate, I think you need to count yourself lucky about the things that you
I'm actually
do on Valentine's
speechless.
Day.
No, I'm genuinely speechless. What was he thinking?
Why do dudes, what's this like? We've had a few date stories, like crazy date stories and stuff from driving ranges. What is the attraction?
We've been to a driving range, you and I.
Yeah, but it's a
married.
it's a consensual thing where we both
We
go like, you said like, oh, I want to hit some
Consent has
balls.
been
Like I want to do
provided.
some, you know. I wouldn't be taking a girl who doesn't play golf to a golf driving range for like a surprise date and thinking she'd be like swept off her feet.
And if you're doing that, get her some Lululemon on the way. She'd be more happy about that, to be honest. Free Lululemon. That's a really nice gift. And then the golf's just like additional. That makes sense.
Wait,
right?
so you're an advocate for the golf then still, as long as she's in the right attire?
If she's getting Lululemon as a gift, yeah.
Okay, so you're 20, right? We've met.
I'm 20.
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm giving you a hypothetical.
okay,
We've
okay.
met. It's the first Valentine's Day. You think I'm taking you out to dinner. You got picked up. You're looking good. You're in heels and your work suit. You know, you're looking nice. And then I take you to a driving range. You're saying that you'd be happy if I rocked up with the Lululemon.
Probably. I'd be like, oh, cute. He thought ahead. He's prepared. That's nice.
No.
I like activities.
You're lying.
Yeah,
No,
I like doing
You
things.
like activities now. wouldn't say you were a golfer back when you were 20. You
I
were
would have
like
given it a go.
You were like an
I like putt-putt.
Ivy pool bar double park sort of girl.
No, that was an alter ego when
that
I was
lived
drinking.
a real life.
Did you say double parked?
Yeah.
Like 2 drinks in my hands?
Yeah.
You know, it was really good. They had these passion fruit mojitos. They were lovely. Yeah. Sorry, guys, just reminiscing. I think that would be really nice if it was thought out a bit better.
Oh, that's nice to know that. So you're telling
But
blokes
there was a
keep
lack of
taking chicks to
preparation.
keep
She's
taking
wearing-
girls to driving ranges, just have a change of clothes ready for
She's
them.
wearing her orange suit and heels. Like, that's just stupid.
It's genius. I
It's
love it.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to people writing in saying, "Hey, all these guys are taking us on these golf dates, Jad, and they're just rocking out with activewear that doesn't fit." It's awesome.
Okay, yeah, true. There's room forever there. You could play it safe and do something else, like a dinner or a picnic. That could work. What happened to that? What happened to a good old-fashioned eating date?
Can't wait to you to take me on one tomorrow.
Okay. Years ago, my then boyfriend and I decided we would do a day trip and go waterfall hopping for Valentine's Day. He arrived at my house to pick me up, and his sister was in the car too. Sorry. And when I got to the car,
Was
she
he
advised me
babysitting?
She advised me that she needed to sit in the front seat because she gets car sick. So I third wheeled my own Valentine's Day alone in the back seat. We broke up soon after. Fair enough, babe. What the hell is that? Hey, can my little brother come along? Like, what do you
Sister.
mean? No, I know, but like, it's very much that narrative of like, take your sibling with you. You know, when you're a little kid, and it's like, take your younger sibling with you when you're trying to go somewhere with your
What,
mates.
like mum and dad telling you to do that?
Yeah, like, why is your sister going on your Valentine's Day date?
Yeah, it seems like a weird day to hang out with the sibling. Like, I'm not against doing stuff with your family. It's nice when your family likes your partner and they all get along.
Yeah.
But Valentine's Day is probably one of the days, as well as, you know, maybe your partner's birthday. You know, maybe do something just the two of you. You don't invite a third wheel.
Also without notice, like she was just in the car.
Yeah. How even
What?
to have like a nice moment, you know, have a little smooch and stuff if the sisters, and I guess you're leaning forward through the car console.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
His hand's on his sister's leg instead of yours.
Wait, just because she's there doesn't mean
He
they're
just
incest.
default hand on the leg. Oh, sorry. Thought you were my misso, but my misso's in the back seat by herself. That's depressing. Sorry.
Yeah, that's I think just a blanket rule. Valentine's Day, keep it just the two of you. Don't invite siblings, don't invite friends.
Yeah. Thanks for that advice. You'd think it would honestly be obvious, but apparently it needs to be said out loud.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Siblings,
I feel for you. But
siblings should not be on your Valentine's Day date.
all right, next one. My ex-boyfriend of 5 years, who I found out was cheating on me for the whole first year of our relationship,
Perfect.
and I was stupid enough to stay, told me that I could only pick one event/day to hang out with him in the year.
What?
The option
No,
was
Sorry. What?
Just, it will make sense when I finish, right? So it says to hang out with him in the year. The option was we spent New Year's, my birthday, or Valentine's Day together, but I couldn't have all three. So I chose New Year's because family time and having my partner there was really important to me.
What?
He booked boys' weekends away on both my birthday and Valentine's weekend. Lol, we'd been together for 3 years at this point.
Babe, come on.
People deal with some shit, hey?
What are you doing?
Like, someone saying that to me off the bat, like in a relationship at the start, that would be weird. But after 3 years...
That's insane.
Like, weird at the beginning, weird at 3 years. Like, you shouldn't be rationing time with your partner.
Why are you putting up with that?
Yeah,
Come on.
so weird.
Guys, if you're listening and you're in a situation like that right now, you're going, I can really relate to that. You shouldn't be.
Yeah, sack it.
Sack the relationship right now. Call them, sorry, G to G, no explanation required.
Go and have a passion fruit at Ivy.
Ghost them and
Yeah.
get your passion fruit mojito.
But who are you meant to be spending a birthday with? Your partner.
Your
Who are you meant to be
or
spending
your
Valentine's
sister,
Day with?
apparently.
Like, there's no one else to spend Valentine's Day with, right? But your partner. Like, it's not like a family day. It's not a friend's day. Like, it's a partner day.
What's a sibling day?
Yeah, or a sibling day in previous case. But so I don't get it. And then, New Year's maybe a little bit more understandable that you want to party with your friends and stuff. But like, if you've had a partner for a few years, like, surely they're invited along. Like, it just seems weird.
Well, you're whinging that guys don't have anything done for them on Valentine's, so maybe this guy really wants to spend Valentine's with the boys to make sure they feel good about themselves.
Or maybe he's just playing it off and he's waiting for her to organise something for him for Valentine's Day.
No, he said they're not allowed to spend time together.
Yeah, it seems a bit strange. It
Seems a bit strange.
No offense.
It seems insane.
Yeah, no offense, but it doesn't sound like he's a big fan. It sounds like he likes the idea of having a missus, but if you don't want to spend time with the missus, then you're
He was
probably
cheating on her for the whole first year.
Oh yeah.
So
I
the
forgot about
reason,
that.
maybe the other chick had the same birthday, and he said the way that this is going to work is I have to make her pick a day in the year.
Oh, maybe he was cheating, so he needed to spend Valentine's Day with
the
other
other
chick, and then coincidentally, both chicks had the same
Same birthday.
Problem
Yeah,
solved.
or
Sorted.
his sister had the same birthday. So hang over.
Okay, we sorted that one out for you. Yeah, I'm sorry,
That's
but
one of the worst things I've ever heard.
just know that if your partner's not wanting to spend those special days with you, there's something definitely wrong, and
Go through their phone.
just sus vibes. But I would be sacking it off real quick and trying again and finding a partner who's excited
Absolutely.
to spend those lovey-dovey moments with you.
100%. For our first and last Valentine's Day, my ex and I had planned to go out for dinner. Half an hour before, he told me he had invited his best friend and his girlfriend to join us. I did not like his friend, but I didn't want to cause a fuss since he mentioned they were already on their way. The dinner itself was fine and there were no issues. Afterward, they came back to his place to hang out. However, things took a turn when my ex and his best friend started debating which girlfriend was freakier. They began sharing intimate details of our sex lives right in front of us and even started comparing each other's girlfriends, putting down the other girl if she didn't do something that their girlfriend did in the bedroom. I told them that was disrespectful, and his best friend threw a tantrum, demanding I apologize. Then he literally went and sat in a corner of the room on the floor, glaring at me and his girlfriend while silently motioning for my ex to join him. I honestly, guys, like some of these, I really think that you've gone and made them up because they're so horrific. And also, I would like to know why are more people not just walking out on these human beings?
Yeah, I feel like that's the sort of behavior that, like, if it occurs,
How dysfunctional.
You don't even like ask. You don't go, "Hey, that's not on," or like ask them to apologize. You just go like, "Nah, this is not for me."
See you later.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there's this. It's almost like a relationship code, right? Whereby those sort of like intimate sex life things, like they're between you in a relationship,
Yes.
and also like I dare say that majority, like my friends, for example, you would never be brought up, right? Like as in speaking about partners and the bedroom in that sort of way, because it's just like a respect
Maybe
thing.
if you're first dating someone and it's new and exciting and you're a bit younger, maybe.
Yeah,
But as
it's
soon as you're
different.
in a committed relationship with someone, it's like, well, no, like I respect my partner, so I'm not going to go sharing those intimate details.
But also your friends, like, respect you and your
Exactly.
partner and that sort of boundary. So, like, one, you shouldn't have friends that want to have that conversation with you. You shouldn't want to have that conversation with your friends because you should want to keep that sort of like, intimacy a little bit private.
Yeah.
And then, to do it in front of your partners and make them like, I don't know what they were
Why was
planning.
he
Like,
sulking on the floor?
were they planning on like initiating a foursome there, or like
Maybe.
they wanted the girls to be like, nah, I'm freakier.
Let
and
me show you.
yeah, it's just like
possible.
seemed like a weird attempt at reverse psychology in that sense.
But why did he go start sucking on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a few beverages, or maybe 7. I don't know. Could be either of the two.
That's just awful.
But yeah, it's a tricky one. But where does it say X? Yeah, it says my ex.
Thank
It's always
God.
nice when
They're
these
always-
stories say X.
Yeah, X. Thank God. Because if any of them start with boyfriend,
And I hope that after these things occur, you don't hang in there for much longer.
I was working at KKK. Stunning.
What's KKK?
Oh, do you not know KKK? Do you live in Australia? Like, where do you live, actually?
Should I know?
How do you not know KKK? Do men not know KKK?
If you say it more, I'll probably know it.
It's like a stationery shop.
Just note, guys, this is not an ad for Kiki Kellogg's or whatever.
It's stationery, but it's like all these little random trinkets, and they have these little collections.
Yes,
They're all like,
I do. I always go and buy stationery. To work on my computer. I buy pencils and erasers.
It was all the rage at high school. Anyway, I was working at KKK just after high school, and a guy came in to buy a Valentine's Day present for his girlfriend. Ended up trying to ask me out, and when I said, "But you're buying something for your girlfriend," he told me, "It's good to have options." I was horrified. I was only about 19 at the time, and he would have been easily late 20s. Sorry. It's that saying, if just because there's a goal, it doesn't mean you can't score.
Why do you need to say it like that?
You know
Weird
that,
unit.
You know that saying?
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's very similar vibes. Like, don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife.
But wait, does that really make sense? Because wouldn't that be if the girl at the desk who was serving him had a boyfriend, he would be going, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean I can't score still. It's not. It doesn't work when
No, the
he's
goalie
the one
is
with
his
the girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Yeah, but the chick's not trying to score with him, so it doesn't really make sense.
He's trying to score, honey.
Wait, so his goalkeeper is his
We
own
do not
missus.
need to break down this analogy.
Well, I just need you to use analogies correctly.
Yeah,
'cause
I
if
just
they're
used
used
it
incorrectly.
correctly. No. The boldness of this man. Just the sheer... Oh, God. Where do people find the nerve?
Yeah, I don't get it. If you're out finding a present for your missus, why would you be flirting with the person that's going to help you do that? And then also, I'm sorry, but it said late 20s. You obviously never know someone's age. You could have a beard and be losing hair at 20, who knows? But let's just say she's right in late 20s. Would you be happy if I popped into Kiki K and grabbed you a pencil for Valentine's Day?
Maybe she really loved Kiki K.
Is
but
it like
no.
Is it like really amazing stationery or just regular
If
pens
it was
and pencils?
a really cute little, maybe a fluffy pen. I wouldn't mind a fluffy pen, like a good one.
Awesome.
I like cute trinket things. So that, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Are you trying to scope out what I like for
No, I've got things organised because I'm
Okay.
prepared and I love you and I respect that you like this day that's coming up tomorrow. So I organised something nice for you.
What are we doing? Going horse riding? Locke won't tell me.
No, I won't tell you because this is a surprise.
I keep guessing. He's not telling me what we're
But
doing.
yeah, I reckon if you got a missus and you tell someone that you've got a missus, especially, probably don't hit on them after the fact because I think
Yeah.
majority of people wouldn't like that. Like you might get some girls that don't care and might think, oh wow, this guy's super handsome and he's giving me attention and let's go for it. But
And I love stationery because I work here.
yeah, I would say majority of girls, if you tell them you got a missus, are probably gonna not be interested. So
Yeah.
that is a high risk, low rewards,
Yeah.
route he's taking. So
Yeah.
all the best, mate. I hope things are going well with your missus.
Maybe late 20s we find presents elsewhere. Years ago, I went on a coffee shop Valentine's Day date for the first time, and the guy...
Just get yourself
The
together.
guy shat himself mid-date.
All right, you're gonna have to start again. I can't even hear you.
The worst part part was that he ignored it and just continued with the day like nothing happened. At one point, it's too hard to ignore, and it started escaping through his shorts and down his leg. So I say, it's fine if he needs to go home. This man looks at me with a deadpan face and says, oh, I'm fine. I'm just going to order another coffee. So we sat there dying together for the next 45 minutes in uncomfortable small talk while literal poo ran down his leg. Poor guy. I was going to reach out to see if he was okay after in case it was a medical issue or something, but he blocked me on the way home. Fair enough. If that happened to me, I would want to move to another country and change my identity.
Okay, so...
Oh, talk about a shit date.
Okay. How long did it take you to plan that line?
It just came to me.
Okay, so I just want to preface this story by when I received this story, I needed a little bit more from the person who wrote it to me. And so I want to share with you our exchange because I didn't believe it was true. Like I wrote to them and I said, this is not true. Like this didn't actually happen. And this is our conversation. So afterwards I said, Jesus, I hope this story is made up. That is wild. I said, thanks for sharing, but I can't really wrap my head around that one. She said, I wish it was made up. I still to this day have no idea why he just ignored it. I think he was hoping I hadn't noticed and then he was just trapped at the table. So like...
maybe he was waiting for her to go first to leave.
To leave the restaurant.
To get up and leave.
I think so. And then I did ask, but obviously it's not as interesting. I said, did he like insinuate that you should leave first?
Right,
and
yeah.
she said yes. So he was obviously
That's why he kept sitting there because he didn't want to stand up in front of her or in front of anyone probably.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Just live there? He's going to have to buy the cafe.
You'd have to call someone, hey, I need saving.
Well, bring a towel.
Yeah, bring a sweater for me to wrap around my waist.
Bring a hazmat suit.
Anything. Oh, how do you even begin dealing with that?
That's such a tough one. But I don't really understand. I've never been in a situation in my life where I've needed to do a number two so bad that's come out of my pants.
You're unwell. He's unwell.
Like worst case scenario. And I've been in this scenario occasionally where I've had to like cross my legs and like
what do you mean occasionally? How often is this happening?
Squeeze my cheeks together to stop,
That's
what's coming. But I would never just go,
Valentines Day,
we're done here and just let it flow. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's like you're letting it flow. I think it's like you physically can't control. Like when shit is coming out of your asshole like that. Sorry for the language. It's not like you're sitting there clenching and it's like you can't stop it. Like you're sick. He's obviously sick.
Wait, are you speaking from experience here?
Another coffee is diabolical.
Yeah, weird.
What?
It's like he was like, well, I'm flushing myself out. I might as well keep it rolling.
Maybe he went, I've got to really double down here and act like I'm fine.
They were at a cafe. I'm sure there was a toilet. So when he was feeling it coming, excuse me, one moment.
Maybe he didn't feel, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he didn't feel it coming. Maybe that's how bad it was.
Is that possible? You don't feel it coming, then boom, it's out.
If it's that runny... and it just starts coming out.
No one spoke about runny.
Maybe he had a numb bum hole because he got it waxed or something.
Oh my God. I think we have to wrap this up before I start dry heaving. Yeah, guys, okay, I don't think we need to give this tip, but if you need to go to the toilet on a date, just go to the toilet. You don't need to do it in your pants.
Poor doll. And poor her, honestly.
Yeah, that's a tough first date as well. All right, guys, our favourite way to end our episodes is...
It's actually the only way.
Yeah, I said it's our favourite way as well, because if it wasn't our favourite, we wouldn't do it.
That's so true.
Guys, we're your internet parents. We can help you with stuff, or we can at least try.
We're actually real parents too now, so we're qualified.
Yeah, if that's a qualification. But we have one today, and it's a bit of a tricky one, but let's get stuck in. It says, I wanted to get your opinion on finances in a relationship. To give context, I'm 21, I work a corporate job part-time, and I make about 60 grand a year. I live at home, I have minimal bills, and for which I'm very lucky. My boyfriend's 23, works full-time in sales, and makes roughly 250 grand a year. He also lives with his family, but his bills are a bit higher. Holy moly, that's quite a combined income at 21 and 23. Good on you guys. Since the very start of our relationship, he's made it very clear that he wanted to pay for mostly everything. He's raised very traditional, and that's always how he has seen it should be. That's nice. While I never expected this of him, it became the norm in our relationship. When we go out together to eat or do anything, he pays. Of course, I've paid for stuff along the way, but he definitely foots majority of the bills. This year, we've made it our priority to buy a house and made our agreements on how much we should both be saving to contribute to the deposit. Because of the difference in our incomes, it's not really possible to contribute equal amounts and get into the property market anytime soon. He has said that in order to save his portion, which is larger than mine, but equal comparative to his income, he needs to stop paying for everything for me, which is fine and makes sense. But my issue is that he is still spending exorbitant amounts on Uber Eats every day, throwing money at crypto and other random unnecessary purchases. Am I crazy in thinking there's been some sort of shift in the relationship because he no longer wants to pay for me while not really taking saving seriously otherwise? How would you guys interpret that? That's a very good question, especially for a 21-year-old. Seems that you guys are got your heads pretty screwed on. Good on you.
That is hard though, because if someone's told you that they don't want to spend money on you anymore and then you're watching them spend money on things that you don't value, but he might, that's hard. Like he might see those things as necessities for him in order to wind down or enjoy his income that he's making. And you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it is a tricky one in the sense that he obviously has, these things that he spends his excess money on, and of those things, he's decided the least important is spending it on you, and he wants to keep the other ones. So that would look tricky, but at the same time,
But when he says
it's not his obligation to spend his money on you. It sounds like you've had a pretty good run together, and he has, you guys have this mutual agreement to purchase a house, and you do it's not up to you how he decides to save his money, although I can understand how it might feel a bit yuck that he's choosing to not spend it on you anymore.
Is the Uber Eats for both of you?
I don't think she'd been complaining about it if it was for her. That wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, that's a bit weird then.
But I guess, having the crypto habit and stuff, I guess crypto is essentially, gambling in a sense. So if your partner's, gambling on things and, spending money on themselves and taking you out of the equation, that I can understand how that might feel. But I guess you sort of have to respect that, you're not married, you're working towards this thing, and he's made a decision. So you can feel free to bring it up with him and go like, hey, it's making me feel a little bit weird. But yeah, I think it would be a tricky one to convince him to give up on his other things that he wants to spend his disposable income on and then spend it on you instead.
Yeah,
it's an interesting chat.
I do get where she's coming from though, because it would be strange if your partner's just all of a sudden told you that you're not important, what you just said in terms of his spending. But it seems to me like you guys are working towards a future together that's a bit more solid. So you would think then that your incomes would kind of start merging a little bit more in terms of like spending money on each other here and there, right? Like not separating it further. Not you pay for all your things now and I'll pay for all my things.
Yeah,
which is what it sounds like is happening.
I think it's more they're wanting to buy something and to afford the deposit, of which his is a heftier chunk because he makes more money.
Yeah.
He said that, I'm going to need to cut back on some spending, that being paying for your stuff. You know what?
I think a bit of context would help in terms of what he was spending on her. Because if he's buying her handbags and this and that.
No, it says like when they do things like activities, food,
sure.
Like that's what it says. So he's just saying like when we go out, you're going to pay for half. And when we go and do an activity, you're paying for half.
It does seem a bit weird.
Yeah, it is. It is weird.
I think it's a little bit odd. I think it's worth a conversation at least.
But I think you have to understand that because you're trying to do something new in your relationship, buy a house, like the behavior has to shift, Sure. So it's a shame that the behavior is shifting in a sense that you don't like or that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And you can feel free to bring that up with him. But I feel like it's one of those weird things where you might not be able to have your cake and eat it too in this sense. You can't have it all. Like you can't. Asking him to give up on the other things might be a bit, controlling and spending it on me, but it is a tough one. Yeah, I don't know.
What's your advice?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it would be to let him know how you feel, but be prepared that his answers might not be the ones that you're essentially looking for, and to know that maybe once you've saved, like maybe it's a temporary thing. Once you've saved the deposit for the house and you get that down, then maybe things will shift a little bit. Back into your, him.
Maybe you need to have a
broader
broader chat about what the future looks like after you save for the deposit.
Yeah, and just pray that interest rates don't go up because then he'll definitely not be paying for his
Yeah, because I think it's important to know where you're both, like what you're working towards together. Like, fine for now, but yeah, figure out what it is that you guys are going to land on later in life. Are you going to share your incomes or is it going to become further split, as you go down the line and need to spend more money on things like a house?
Yeah, we don't actually have the answer for you, so figure it out yourself and get back to us.
I just gave her advice.
Yeah, just figure out what you want, guys, and then let us know, and yeah, get back to us on that.
That was my... You suck. You suck.
Guys, unfortunately, that's all we have for you this week.
No, fortunately. I'm sick of hearing you talk.
Yeah, well, you need to start planning for your Valentine's Day tomorrow that you've got nothing sorted for.
I already know what I'm doing.
I'm putting on my red laces. Yeah.
And you'll love it.
Awesome,
You'll love
great.
every second of it.
What a surprise. Guys, I hope you have a lovely day tomorrow on Valentine's Day, whatever you do. I hope that you don't acquire any new horror stories for us.
Oh my God, but if you do...
DMs are always open. Hit us up if something crazy happens tomorrow.
To know.
As always, we appreciate having you with us. If you did want to leave us a review, or now you can comment on Spotify if you're listening to the pod on Spotify.
Sometimes.
So let us know your favourite bits, your favourite stories, or if you had any juice for us.
Thanks for tuning in. Happy V-Day, lovers. And we'll see you next time.
Can't wait for the red laces. Bye.